Saturday, June the 17th, 2023. It's about 10:45 in the morning and it is 73 degrees outside. It's just gorgeous today. It's sunny, no clouds in the sky. I believe that today the high is about 88 degrees. So it's a good time to get outside and enjoy nature. It will get a little bit hot, but where I'm going there's plenty of water and I'll just jump in it if it's too hot. So headed to the Daniel Boone National Forest today to hike the extended version of Dog Slaughter Falls. I tried this probably about a month and a half ago. Wasn't a good time. You know, I was still healing from my glaucoma surgery on my left eye, and it just wasn't a good time. So I did probably about 3 miles of that thing when I was able to, but it just didn't feel good. You know, just too much physical activity and too much weight. You know, carrying the backpack with the eye surgery just being done and whatnot. So anyway, so I'm going to go back and try it again today. I've got plenty of time. I started out early, but if, you know, my advice to you is when you're doing a hike the next day, always have a list because I, forgot a couple of things that, I left them behind at home and I'm not happy about it, that I really wanted to bring. And, I had the wrong straw for my Camelback and I had to, anyway, it was just, I was pretty much, ready, but, just a few things like that can throw you off. So always have a list. It worked out fine. The couple things that I left behind were, either a headscarf or a hat and my sunglasses. So those are pretty important. I'll probably end up stopping up here at, one of the Walmarts in town because I'll be out there in the woods and I just don't want to get ticks in my hair. And, so anyway, always have a list of things that you need to bring and make sure you check it off before you leave in the morning. So this one is 7.1 miles. It follows the, it's called Dog Slaughter Falls. The waterfall is just absolutely gorgeous at the end. It follows the beautiful, mountain streams. These are the Appalachian Mountains of southeastern Kentucky, and they're a lot different than the Smoky Mountains. There are some very high elevations, don't get me wrong, but it's just a little different. There's more, you'll see more like sandstone and, limestone, things like that. Beautiful waterfalls, just gorgeous. The one that I'm going on, I believe there's at least, two waterfalls. So, and follows the water the whole way and just these beautiful rock formations along the way. The flowers are in bloom, and I think the mountain laurel may still be in bloom, but I do know the rhododendrons are definitely in bloom. So it should be a gorgeous hike. I'm by myself. A lot of people are like, why are you by yourself? That's not safe. But I'll tell you what, it's been really healing for me. It has been a journey, of self-love and just, getting comfortable, with myself, with being alone. It's been wonderful, and I wouldn't change anything, if I could. And I have things that can be used as weapons. I do carry a taser. I have a knife. I have pepper spray and things like that. I've got my trekking poles so that I can just, defend myself that way. But I've never felt unsafe, and I've never been in an unsafe situation. It's just been great for me. It's a way to recharge and, just think, just enjoy it out there where there's no distractions. Maybe just something pretty you want to take a picture of, that would be a distraction, but there's no, it's just you and the woods and the comfort that you feel out there, knowing that, you can depend on yourself. I've been lost several times. That was scary, but I made it through. I found a way. And there's been some challenging routes that I wasn't sure that I could actually do, but I just was so determined, to challenge myself and to become stronger for it. And I have. And, I have come to a place where I am in a relationship because I want to be, and because it adds to my life. He brings comfort and, quality to my life, and just as a great addition. And when you get to that place, when you love yourself enough to want what's best for you, for yourself, it's a beautiful thing. And I'm just so glad. It took me 47 years, whatever it was, 47 years to realize that. But some women don't ever realize that, and they stay, stuck in these marriages and these horrible relationships that are toxic, that aren't good for them, because it's familiar, because he has you to a point where, or he has the woman to a point where, she thinks that she can't do any better, or that she's crazy, or whatever lies that the narcissist have told women that stay in these horrible situations. I challenge you today, and I know how hard it is. I was the worst for codependent relationships, and it was sad. And if I can do it, you can too. There's a way. There is a way. There's people that can help you. There's, if you just get that toxicity out of your life, just make a decision to do it, and take steps to doing that. The universe, God, whatever you want to say, whatever your higher power is, will allow like-minded or people that are kind of on the same wavelength, if you will, to enter your life, to enter your path, to help you, to give you encouragement. You just have to, put yourself out there. Join hiking groups. Join, women's groups. Join kayaking, biking, whatever it is that you love to do. Get out there with people that love to do it also, and, you can empower one another. Women should empower one another instead of tearing each other down. A lot of us have been through the same situations with abusive partners. And, instead of backbiting and, like I said, tearing each other down, let's start lifting each other up and see, and we can just, let's just see what happens if that were to happen. And I guarantee you that the community of women would become such a powerhouse that no abusive man would ever mess with us. So just think about it, just think about that for a while. So I'm going to go hike this trail, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous, and I'm just going to recharge. And I started my new job, and I absolutely love it. The people there are amazing. They really care about their employees, and self-care, because it is a difficult job. Any nursing job is difficult, and employers need to just, if they don't want turnover, if they don't want a bunch of turnover and staffing shortages, they should probably consider more self-care, more earned time off, sick time. I have 40 hours a year of sick time, in addition to the sick time that they give you if a family member is ill. That's a different bank, completely different. So you've got your earned time off, your sick time, and then your nurses are cared for, and they will stay. They will stay in your organization. So, yeah, think about that too. I've been a nurse for a long time, 26 years, almost 27 years in December. Well, so I was a CNA, then an LPN, then an RN. Got my LPN in 95 and my RN in 97. So I've seen a lot. I remember paper charting. I remember only having, you just have a few patients, so you have time to do things like bed baths and range of motion and, possibly a foot rub, it's just gotten crazy with the way that these healthcare organizations, hospitals specifically, just want to turn over those beds, want to make money.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
And just continue to pump, cash into their pockets. Their nurses aren't paid well, they're not treated well, they're not supported or encouraged. Every meeting I've always had in any hospital has been what you're doing wrong instead of what you're doing right. It's oppressive, and I'm glad to be out of that institution, So it's a new adventure, and I'm moving on to bigger, better things. And this drive is gorgeous. The traffic is terrible. I think everybody's out vacationing. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. I just hope everybody can really consider, the way that they want the rest of their lives on this planet to be. Do you want to be with somebody who breaks you down and belittles you and makes you feel like you're less than? Or could you possibly be just a little bit uncomfortable, if you will, for a while, because it is going to hurt. It's going to hurt, it's going to be lonely, it's going to be new and scary. And please, if you need anyone to talk to, I'm here. Instant message me, on Facebook, Instagram. Leave something in the comments. You can. Anytime you need to vent, talk, get advice. Not that I'm going to give you the best advice, because I'm not a psychiatrist, or I'm not a domestic violence counselor. But I can tell you what has worked for me, and what I've been through, and how I've healed and become, independent to the degree where I don't mind being alone. So just make it a priority, to take care of yourself for the rest of your life, and to be at peace and be happy. Go on an adventure. Life is exciting. I have a very good friend whom I miss very much. She was my soulmate. I know that she was. I know that sounds crazy, but this woman came into my life when I moved to Knoxville, and it was right after my divorce, and I was in this terrible, terrible place, and I was so mousy, so not assertive, just down on myself. And when you get divorced after that many years, and that's another story, but she is a very independent, beautiful person who taught me that life could be exciting and fun, and that I'm worth more than what I have settled for. She would tell me, Diana, life is exciting. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know what's going to happen. It's not sad. It's not, don't hate your life, because life comes and goes. We're here for a short time. And now I see that, now I see that, and I had to go through a lot of hurt and a lot of pain and stuff to finally pick myself up and force myself to deal with myself and be alone for a while, and really try to heal myself before just jumping into another relationship or, getting a dog or, just making any poor, rash decisions, and just taking the time to work on me. If you can just do that, that's a huge step. And just make today your best day ever. And I hope everybody just has a wonderful weekend, a wonderful Saturday. I hope that you can take care of yourself, take care of one another, but take care of yourself. And I'll see you out there on the trail. Peace.